Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hello and welcome back into Fox Reacts. This is going to be a fun one right here. We have Prince Vatanai. I think I'm saying that right, from Ghost 9. He's a K-pop idol answering your wildest assumptions. And as some Americans, we have plenty of assumptions, so let's get right into it.
I'm a K-pop idol. I'm here to debunk all of your K-pop assumptions.
Yo, were his shoes like 18 and older? You can't see his shoes because we're underage? What just happened there? Okay, yeah. That's exactly what happened.
I've asked you guys for some assumptions you have.
I really I didn't care before. Now I want to see dude's feet. Mr. Prince, sir, can we see your feet?
About K-pop. I assume you have a lot, and I am here to answer them because I'm one of the few who is actually allowed to exercise free speech. Most of the time. So here in front of me, I have some labels I made with post-it notes and utensils. Because we're on a budget here, okay? I'm gonna...
See, that's the first assumption. You're a K-pop idol. It means you got some money. And it's not reflected in your spending budget. Maybe it's all those dolls. What's going on with the dolls behind him? Let us know.
Right, the FUBUs. Love FUBUs. Love BUFUs. Whatever.
They're what?
Love FUBUs.
Where have you seen that?
They're all over the freaking internet. Celebrities get them and say, oh, it just gave me a demonic smile. And its eyes started glowing red. Just weird.
Really? We might have to make that video next. Let's see what's going on with that. Let us know exactly what they're called so we could do more research.
Read out an assumption, and it can either be true, false, somewhat, is yellow, and maybe, which means I don't know. Let's get started with your assumptions. I went to Baskin-Robbins.
Did they say 27 flavors?
Goes right back.
Yeah. 27 cubes. See, Baskin-Robbins here, we call it 31 flavors. Well, they did. I don't know if it still is.
I don't know.
Now I need to know. Are those like samples? Different cubes of ice cream? Now I'm a little jealous.
But I've been seeing a lot of these Baskin-Robbins ice cream cakes, and I thought it would be cool for the video if we try them together. Definitely for the video. Here's a spoon. What occasion is this for? I don't know. I just wanted ice cream cake. But here. Cheers to...
That is a candle, if I've ever seen a candle.
Cheers to still being alive. Woo! Okay, and I guess I'm gonna taste test these as I answer your assumptions. First assumption, I've wondered how much K-pop idols' personalities are tailored for the camera. I've always assumed pretty much anything on camera isn't really what idols are like. This is somewhat true. But I can't see it.
Yo, so here in the United States, I don't know. Now that the words are leaving my mouth, maybe, but I just don't feel like if we all knew, yeah, that's fake. He's being fake right now. They're all being fake right now. I don't think we would enjoy it. I don't think we would support it. But yeah, as soon as the words left my mouth, somebody out there is still supporting it. People watch wrestling, right? But isn't it the authenticity, being authentic? You know, isn't that what?
Not when you're a pop idol.
Oh yeah, he is an idol. That's the other question. What is the difference between an idol and a superstar or a rock star? So, like athletes, are they considered sports idols? Or is this just a K-pop thing? Let's see.
Sometimes we have to fake it for the camera because if we don't fake it, then it's just going to be boring and no one wants boring content. So
just don't be boring. You don't have to be fake not to be boring. Or I don't know, maybe.
Maybe some people do have to fake it.
I mean, your on-screen persona, your off-screen persona. I know people that work in radio and television that they just walk around all day with this, hey, how you doing? This is Johnny from Fox. Now, whatever news station, and it doesn't turn off. It's just that's what they sound like, and it's creepy. It's pretty cool, but I don't know which is worse. You called yourself boring, so you have to be fake to not be boring. You sure you're not just fun and not faking it? Come on, tell us the truth.
Our personalities, I don't think it's necessarily fake. It is a lot of times exaggerated because that's also part of the job. The main job of an idol is to entertain. And if you're boring, like me, I'm a boring person. So whenever I'm in front of a camera, I'm gonna exaggerate and
Put on the 18 plus
try to
shoes.
entertain because that's my job. I wouldn't necessarily say it's 100% fake because it's still a part of us, but it is definitely exaggerated. The thing with Korean Baskin Robbins is that they have a very strange name for ice creams. This one is called Oma는 외계인. My mom is an alien.
Oh, that's legit. You have what is my mom as an alien taste like? I
Interesting.
the name gives nothing away. Like here we have boring stuff like chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. I think vanilla might be the only one that you're like, if we've never had vanilla before, you wait, what is that?
It's all right.
But I have never had my mom is an alien.
It's just chocolate. Idols have fake account to track fans. This one's true. Story time. So my mom is chronically online. She would send me news, fan posts, literally anything. And back then, to see Twitter posts, you need a Twitter account, an X account. And I never used Twitter. I'm not an X person. But to see these fan posts that my mom shared, I needed to make an account. So I made a fake account. It was called Jigglypuff numbers. I don't know why it's Jigglypuff. I just like Jigglypuff. And I was looking at these fan pages my mom sent me. There were a lot.
So it's not a fake account. I don't know why that bothers me so much, but it's not a fake account. It's a real account. You really on X, Twitter, whichever. You're just
Under a pen name.
Here we call them like a burner account. Like it's my account, but nobody knows it's me. Nobody's supposed to know. That way I can talk smack to people. NBA players do it here.
Of my photos, which were really pretty, and I was really thankful. I never interacted with them, never hit like. I just look at my own posts, look at my own face. Now, the only one following my account was my mom. One day, someone found that account, figured it was me, and started spreading rumors that I was having these relationships with certain fans. And I was like, bro, whoa, hold on. So I deactivated.
As my mom, she's an alien. You wouldn't understand.
The account. My manager came to me, and he was like, is this your account? And I was like, yeah. So that happened. And that was the last Twitter account that I ever had. So now whenever my mom sends me a post, I just tell her, hey, just screenshot it and send it to me. Also, in this day and age, everyone uses social media. I feel like we would all have secret accounts. The only thing I do with my private account is I follow meme content. Meme, brain rot, meme.
Get some help.
Anyways, bro, this one is melting. What is this one? This one is 이상한 나라의 솜사탕. A weird country's cotton candy. That's what this is called.
A weird country's cotton candy.
Is it true that each group only gets paid like $68 or something dollars when you go on stage to promote your songs and you have to split it between members? Music, shows, and broadcasts, they do pay you, but in most cases, it's not a lot of money. I don't think any idol is expecting money to come from music shows because you're not there to make money. You're there to promote your music.
I mean, if it was five people, six?
So they don't have concerts then?
Well, yeah, but we're talking about like promoting a new song or, we just dropped this new album. We're going to go on Good Morning America, I'm assuming. And they want to pay you $68 to split 5 ways, 6 ways. Just keep your $68. Come on. Or maybe you guys put that in some kind of bank account, some kind of savings account. Forget about it because all it was
It
was
might
a
buy
latte.
you a
anyway.
souffle.
Right. You didn't even go. Your cut ain't even gonna buy you one of those Baskin Robbins cakes. So, I get why he's saying, yeah, we don't count on that money, but bro, just save it. Don't even give me my $11 and.
Is it split among the members? It depends on your contract, but if you haven't renewed your contract, most of the time it would be split equally. But before that, a lot of times you would also have to pay debt to the company.
Oh,
Next,
dang.
oh yeah.
So we gotta cut the
everything's
manager
melting.
in
Wait,
too?
this one is rainbow sherbet. Oh, Do idols do those weird fan calls in front of staff? Are they told to act in a certain way during those if staff is present? This one's false. So here's how it works. Most of the time, the fan calls you see, they're not actually done by the company. They're done by a third-party service, which specializes in fan calls. So the staffs you interact with, they're not going to be your company staff. They're going to be staff that you just met. Their job is to monitor the calls. A lot of them are really good at languages, so they can translate global calls. And the staff, they would not force you to act a certain way. Unless your company is like, okay, let's smile more or like be more friendly to the fans. That maybe the company would say that, but the staffs who monitor our calls, if we feel uncomfortable with something, they would inform the fans to move on to another question. So yeah, in most cases, they're actually helping us more than controlling what we have to do. Do idols watch the edits fans made? I do. My mom sends me a lot of our group's edits. She sends me other groups' edits. She just sends me every edit. But I assume that a lot of us do. Do we enjoy it? That's a different story. This one is New York cheesecake. Itadakimasu. Are K-pop idols actually close with their members like they show on screen? Or it's just for camera and they treat each other as coworkers? I think this is really case by case. In general, I do think that it's a complicated dynamic to have. A lot of times you like the members, everything's fine, that's cool.
I have a question for the class though. Is it exclusively you're picked, like your manager or company says, hey, Prince Vatanai, you got to work with these 4 other guys that you've never met before? Is there ever no, I have 4 friends and we're all actually much better as a group because we actually get along. We've been friends since we were kids, like whatever the situation is. Are you allowed to? Is that a thing that occurs? To where, like a band gets together, they practice in their garage, they book their own gigs at local bars and stuff, and hopefully get discovered. Does that happen?
But of course, you can also hate your members. But I do think that you can
I
never
figure you
really
would.
just be coworkers because you live with each other for what, 10 years? You go through all of this training, you go through
Wow.
all of this trauma together. I would assume that even if you don't like each other, there would be a space of mutual understanding that would make you kind of more than coworkers, even if they're at each other's throats. But I think this is really case by case. Ugh. Oh my god. That one's disgusting. Do you Google yourself
That
all the
was the
time,
cow
or is it
poop
just something
flavor.
I would do if I was a K-pop idol? That's a maybe. I personally don't search myself up online because there's nothing to search. But I would assume that a lot of people Google themselves. Wait, this one's mint chocolate chip. Mint chocolate.
Oh my god, what is that? What is that?
Shooting star. No. Oh. That's not the best.
It's got rocks in
Oh,
it.
Pop Rocks. Part of me wonders if idols from different groups go to the gym together. Like, it makes sense in my head, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen. Story time. The most interaction I had with celebrities outside of a workplace is at the gym. There's this gym exclusively for people in this industry, and I think you can only get in through relations. And a lot of times, idols and actors would go to that gym to get personal training. And sometimes personal training times would collide. So, I don't know, I might be booked for 2 p.m. and someone else is booked for 3. At first, you just say hi, but as you meet them more often, you kind of start doing more interactions, like, I don't know, give a thumbs up. And then those become small talk. And that
still
is
can't talk.
where I interacted most with people in the industry. And it always just stayed as small talk. Like, I never actually made a friend from the gym, but I assume that many people do. Berry strawberry. When an idol goes on a date with someone, does that person have to sign a confidentiality agreement? I think this is false. But also, I wouldn't know. Maybe this could happen, but I think it's false. Because I feel like with NDA is a very business thing. It's like companies would probably make people sign NDAs. But with dating, I don't think idols would want their company to be involved with who they date. Unless you're like really big, then, it kind of makes sense to have NDAs. Also,
It kind of seems like they're involved in everything else anyway.
Really?
So I'm a little surprised that they're not involved in dating. Because it feels like they're controlling a lot of shit at this point.
I think idols are very careful with dating, so they wouldn't just go on dates with someone they can't really trust. This one is 아몬드 뿡뿡입니다. Oh sh. K-pop ending fairy is a hostage situation. Most idols find it cringy to pant heavily and wink in front of the camera. False. Ending fairies are not a hostage situation. I think you just do it.
Fairies.
Like, you don't really think about it. If the camera picks up on you, you just do it. And if you want to wink, you want to wink. It might be cringy in the moment, but like 5 minutes later, I don't even think anyone cares. Or is that just me? The music show actually picks who gets to be ending fairies. So when you get picked, it's actually a compliment. It's like, oh, the music show likes you. I don't think
I'm not getting all the context here. I was today years old when we learned the term
Ending fairies.
ending fairies. I'm assuming this is somebody who gets to come up closer to the stage, if not get on the stage with you and jump around and go, yay. But I don't know. Let us know.
Maybe it's the closing act.
Maybe we need to look up ending fairies and we'll react to that video next. If you have a good one, suggest it. Let us know. You can leave a comment. You can email us at foxreacts@gmail.com. That's FAWKES. And that's my phone.
any of us would have a strong opinion about ending fairy. I think we just do it. Oh, damn, this is actually chocolate.
What?
That looks yummy.
Every K-pop idol has their favorite thirst trap of themselves. False. I don't have a thirst trap. Make me some thirst trap edits.
All right, so 2 new phrases we've learned so far today. A thirst trap?
Is that like clickbait?
I feel like it's a forbidden fruit. I'm really thirsty for it, but I don't want to get trapped. But then he said thirst trap edits. So is this a social media thing? And we talk about TikTok? What's the one over there? Red Vine? Red something? I don't like where this is going.
Wait, now that I
He's
think about
getting-
it, don't.
I'm so jealous of this cake. That bottom layer, by the time it gets to it, it's going to be a mushy mess.
Put a straw in it and
Although
slurp it.
people and Koreans in general really judgmental of foreigners. Are Koreans racist? In my personal experience, this is a false. Koreans have always treated me pretty nicely most of the time, but I think I'm like a special case because 1, I do K-pop, no one really looks down on K-pop, and 2, I don't look and sound that different. I speak Korean pretty well. It's not apparent that I'm foreign. And also, there's a lot of foreigners in Korea. I think whenever I go outside, I always meet foreigners, including myself. I mean, yeah. How is media training like? Is there a test? So media training is going to be different for different companies. With my company, we had media training classes in English because everyone kind of made sense in Korean, but when we speak English, we don't know the culture. We're not from abroad, so we kind of need to be more educated in those cultures. Oh, they just kind of brief you on what you should say, what topics to avoid, how you avoid them, those kind of things. And then at the end of these classes, they would test us and they would give us a lot of questions and we just answer them like we're in an interview. But like there's difficulties to these questions. And as one of the main English speakers in our group, I was asked questions about the economy, about the political state of the world.
Oh,
Political
goodness.
and economic state of the world right now.
You know what it felt like? It felt like I was preparing for a pageant. I was trying to be Miss Universe. I was like, hi. I think idols read and write.
So we do that. Yeah, we have the pageants here. You mean like Miss America? Well, obviously it's not Miss America. You're not in America, but maybe you are. You said you're a foreigner, so you grew up in Jersey? Just a guess. Let me know. We're always
Well, I
curious.
believe they have it over there because the Miss America has got people from other countries.
But yeah, they have the pageants for
One
the little
representative.
kids, though, too.
Yeah, but there's like one
Which is-
representative of every country.
You know what? Since he brought it up, that's kind of what K-pop sounds like. They go through these grueling things that they make the kids do, and anyway, let's continue.
fan fictions of themselves, especially if they have a crush on another idol. Bro, that's false. Can you imagine a news pops up and it just says, your favorite idol is caught writing fanfics about him and another idol. That's kind of weird, man. I don't think idols read their fanfics unless it's for fun and giggles. Maybe you would want to read your fanfics once in a while, but also if you're not an English speaker, I don't think they even know what Wattpad is.
What fanfic? So I'm assuming fan fiction. Like I'm writing a couple paragraphs on social media, a blog, Reddit.
Somebody's post.
So, would they write fanfics? Is that even a question? K-pop idols drop their cakes on purpose because they taste like crap. A lot of times the cakes that are provided in our lives, they're presents from fans, or like our company just bought it for us. So I think when they actually drop it, they're not purposely dropping it. Because if someone's purposely dropping cakes sent from fans, I think that's pretty problematic.
Rude.
4 of these is 164 calories. I had 12 of these, which is 3 more, so it's 492 calories. Okay. We still have some space. Do you guys actually shower together when there's not much time left? This is really true. I mean, not anymore. I'm living alone right now. When we used to live in a dorm, there's only 2 bathrooms and there's 7 of us. And waiting can just be a waste of time. People just use the same bathroom. And actually, a culture shock that I had were that Koreans were very comfortable being naked around each other. Back at home, I've never seen my family naked. I've never seen anyone naked. There's no public baths. There's no spas. But in Korea, that's different. Like, people just love getting naked. So it took me a while to actually adjust myself and actually start
Showering naked.
being naked in front of my members. Do idols have secret Discord accounts to play with Discord bots based on K-pop? Okay, I don't know what Discord bots are, but Discord accounts, story time. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So the only game I play is League of Legends. Sometimes my friend would be like, hey, we need to play to fill our lobby. And I'll be like, okay, sure, I'll fill. So I get into the Discord call, and I'll be like, oh, 안녕하세요. Username. His username might be Jigglypuff. So I'll be like, oh, 안녕하세요, Jigglypuff님. 잘해보시죠. 화이팅. And over the game, you kind of bond with each other, you know? So we're making jokes. We're like, hey, Mr. Jigglypuff, I need some help. Where are you? Hey, Mr. Jigglypuff, stop dying. Later on, I asked my friend who Mr. Jigglypuff was. And turns out, and I made a fool of myself. So lesson learned, whenever I get into a Discord call, I would ask my friend what I'm getting into. Who are we getting into? So the most interaction I ever had with people in the industry was either at the gym or in Discord lobbies. Everything is melting.
But what the hell?
There's no saving this ice cream. I have to eat the whole thing. I don't think some of the idol ages are the real ages. Is there something like lying about their ages, or am I paranoid? Wait, let me think. You can't even read these, man. Okay, maybe, but I don't personally know anyone who lied about their ages. But like, it doesn't make sense, you know? It makes sense.
See, we've heard some stuff over here that one of the companies will give, especially the boy bands, I believe, some kind of hormone injection to keep them young, to forcibly stop them from maturing. So I look like I'm 12, but I'm actually 32. So is that real?
I hope not.
I hope not too. But come across some videos, you know, looking for videos to share with you guys to react with. And some of them are out there, bro.
Idols don't like their concept/songs, but just deal with it. Basically, like any job. That's true. I don't think you have to like a song to perform it. You just perform it. I used to think K-pop idols never farted, but then I hear squeaks, so they probably do fart, but I refuse to believe that. I think that all K-pop idols have groups to talk to each other about the most random things and stuff that no one asks, like randomly at 2 a.m. Guys, I just exploded the toilet and I don't have toilet paper. Anyways.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Don't date. Like, what do you mean you're such fine and also surrounded by fine and you don't date? Imagine the most pretty popular people in your school. You put them in a room with other pretty people from other schools, and they're young. They want to experience life. What's gonna happen? There's gonna be people who wants to date and people who that's not their priority right now. I would assume that having good-looking people around would increase his chances of something happening. You know. But that's my assumption. You know, what do I know? What do I know? Living in South Korea automatically makes you feel ugly. This, personally, is false. Probably because I'm not ugly. In media, people are really good looking. When you go out in the streets, most people look pretty normal. I suppose idols' life is much easier than is shown in social media, and they have plenty of free time between comebacks. I think this is case by case. In my case, we don't have comebacks, we're not touring, so I have a lot of free time. Hence, I'm doing this. But when someone's busy, they're really busy. But I'm doing this. This is my life now. But I can't even eat
Could
this
be
anymore.
worse.
Oh, 버려야 되나? Oh god, the sun has set. I should probably go. Sorry if I didn't get to your assumptions. There were a lot of assumptions on fanfics, which is sus on your part. What are you guys reading? Like, now I'm interested. Send me some fanfics. Or don't. Don't send me fanfics. One last thing before I go. Let's play Two Truths and a Lie.
Uh-oh.
Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Watch more.
That was a lot of fun. I have to say that was interesting. Learned a lot more than I expected to, and have so many more questions. As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna look
It's
up
pretty entertaining.
the ending fairies. We're gonna look up the fanfics. I feel like there was another
The
one.
wet.
We'll just start with that. Let us know in the comments.
What was it? The wet. What app or? I don't know. What?
I don't know. I'm gonna go through and edit this video anyway. So if you're still here, man, why haven't you hit subscribe yet? You know you're our people. You know you enjoyed this, and you're gonna be back because you want to see what the hell we're gonna do next. Hit the subscribe, give us a follow, hit a thumb, one of the two. Just interact with us. Let us know how you feel. Let us know what you'd like to see us do next. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it or anything, but in life, decisions matter, so make good choices. We love y'all, and we will see y'all next time. Peace.